In feudal Japan, a samurai was defined by his master. His job was his life. His rank was his soul. If his master died, or if he was fired, the samurai had two choices. Choice 1. Seppuku. Ritual suicide. To die with honor rather than live with the shame of unemployment. Choice 2. Ronin. To become a wave man. To drift on the ocean of life with no direction, no salary, and no home. Society looked at the Ronin as scum. They were failures. They were outcasts. But they were also the most dangerous men in Japan. Because a man with no master is a man who cannot be controlled. A man with no home has nothing to lose. You are terrified of becoming a Ronin. You are terrified of losing your job, your partner, your title. You think that if you lose your status, you lose your life. You are wrong. When the structure of your life collapses, you don't die. You wake up. The Ronin is not a tragedy. The Ronin is an opportunity. It is the only time in your life when you are truly free to write your own code. Today, we are going to teach you how to survive the wilderness. We are going to teach you how to stop looking for a new master and become one yourself. Are you ready to walk alone? The ritual suicide. Hezbollah, the samurai, lost his master. He felt a crushing weight of shame. His entire identity was linked to his clan. Without the clan, he was a non-person. To fix this, he would often commit seppuku. He would cut open his belly to preserve his honor. You think this is barbaric history, but you are doing the exact same thing. When you lose your job, or your relationship, or your money, what do? You retreat. You hide in your room. You scroll LinkedIn in a panic. You tell yourself, I am a loser. You are mentally committing suicide. You are killing your spirit because your label was taken away. This is the identity trap. You have confused who you are, the circle of self, with what you do, the circle of role. When the role disappears, you think the self has disappeared. The Ronin survives because he makes a brutal psychological cut. He realizes the samurai is dead, the man is alive. He separates his worth from his employment. If you are an accountant and you get fired, the accountant died. Good. Bury him. But the human being, the brain, the energy, the will, is still breathing. The first step of the Ronin mindset is immediate acceptance. Most people spend months trying to get their old life back. They beg for the ex to return. They apply for the exact same job they hated. They are trying to resurrect a corpse. The Ronin looks at the ruins of his life, nods, and says, "This is gone." He does not cry over the burnt castle. He turns his back on it and walks into the woods. You must perform a funeral for your past self. Burn the business cards. Archive the photos. Stop talking about how it used to be. You cannot find a new path until you admit that the old map is useless. The Musha Shugyo. When a samurai became a Ronin, he did not just sit under a tree and wait to die. He embarked on Musha Shugyo, a warrior's pilgrimage. He traveled from village to village. He fought duels. He learned new styles. He worked as a bodyguard, a farmer, a teacher. The castle samurai only knew one way to fight, his master's style. The Ronin learned every way to fight. He became a hybrid. He became adaptable. By the time the pilgrimage was over, the Ronin was often a far deadlier warrior than the samurai he used to be. You are treating your unemployment or your breakup as a gap. You are ashamed of the gap. You try to hide it on your resume. Kakebo? No. This is Ronin philosophy. The Ronin treats the gap as R&D, research and development. This is the time to acquire the forbidden skills your old life didn't allow. If you were a corporate lawyer, you were forbidden from being creative. Now, you can learn to code. You can learn to write. You can learn to sell. You are not unemployed. You are on Musha Shugyo. In the modern world, the specialist is fragile. If you only know how to do one thing, for example, manage Facebook ads, and that thing changes, the algorithm changes, you are obsolete. The Ronin is a generalist. Because he has no master to protect him, he must know how to cook, how to fight, how to negotiate, and how to heal. This creates anti-fragility. The more skills you stack, the harder you are to kill. Stop frantically applying for jobs that look exactly like your old one. Take a month. Take 3 months. Go to the library. Go to the gym. Go to a seminar. Build a skill stack that is weird and unique to you. The goal of the pilgrimage is not to find a new castle immediately. The goal is to become a warrior so capable that you don't need a castle. The Mercenary Code. The samurai works for loyalty. He serves his lord blindly. If the lord makes a mistake, the samurai suffers. If the lord goes bankrupt, the samurai starves. The samurai trades his freedom for safety. But as you have learned, the safety was an illusion. The Ronin works for value. He does not pledge his life to a company logo. He does not sing the corporate anthem. He says, "I have a sword. I am very good at using it. My price is X. Do we have a deal?" This is the shift from employee to mercenary. In the modern world, loyalty is a scam. Companies will lay you off via Zoom to save 0.5% on their quarterly earnings, yet they demand you be a family member and work unpaid overtime. The Ronin rejects this lie. He understands that every interaction is a business transaction. He does not want a boss. He wants a client. Even if you have a full-time job, you must adopt the Mercenary Code. You are not an employee. You are a business of one selling your services to a single customer, your employer. If that customer stops paying or becomes abusive, you take your business elsewhere. This mindset shift terrifies people. They say, "But the Ronin has no steady paycheck. It is risky." Yes, it is. Risky. But the samurai's risk is hidden. The samurai thinks he is safe until the day the castle burns down. Then he is helpless. The Ronin faces the risk every day. He hunts. He eats what he kills. Because he faces the risk daily, he gets strong. He learns how to hunt. He learns how to starve. He learns how to survive winter. He creates true security. True security does not come from a contract that can be canceled. It comes from the knowledge that you can land in any city with nothing but your sword, skills, and find a way to eat before sunset. Once you know you can survive the wild, the office politics of the castle stop scaring you. The Dokudo. The greatest Ronin who ever lived was Miyamoto Musashi. He fought 61 duels. He killed 61 men. He never lost. He did not serve a lord. He did not have a salary. he did not have a wife. At the end of his life, he did not retire to a comfortable palace. He climbed a mountain and sat in a cave called Regondo, Spirit Cave. A week before he died, he wrote down 21 principles for the Ronin. He called it the Dokudo, the path of aloneness. This document is the ultimate weapon against the modern disease of needing. You are unhappy because you need. You need the ex to call you back. You need the boss to praise you. You need the Instagram likes to feel real. Musashi looked at this dependency and called it slavery. His first rule: accept everything just the way it is. His second rule: do not seek pleasure for its own sake. His third rule: do not, under any circumstances, depend on a partial feeling. The Dokudo is a manifesto of radical self-sufficiency. Musashi realized that the only thing that can truly hurt a warrior is his own attachment to things he cannot control. If you are attached to your reputation, you are weak. Anyone can ruin you with a rumor. If you are attached to luxury, you are weak. A recession can make you a pauper. But if you are attached to nothing, if you can sleep on a rock as comfortably as a featherbed, if you can walk through a crowd of haters and feel no shame, then you are a god. The Ronin mindset is not about being antisocial. It is about being anti-fragile. You can have the house, you can have the job, you can have the partner, but you must hold them with an open hand. You must know, deep in your hara, that if they were all taken away tomorrow, you would still be standing. You would just pick up your sword, bow to the empty room, and walk back into the woods. This lack of fear makes you incredibly attractive. People can smell desperation. They run from it. But they are drawn to the man who does not need them. By being willing to walk alone, you ensure you never have to. Hezbollah, the masterless path. For centuries, history books told us the Ronin were tragic figures. They were failed samurai. They were homeless drifters. But if you look closer, you realize that the Ronin were the only free men in a feudal society. Everyone else was owning their life to someone above them. The peasant owned the field. The samurai owned the lord. The lord owned the shogun. The Ronin owned himself. We are entering the age of the Ronin. The old castles, the 40-year careers, the pension plans, the guaranteed paths are burning down. You can stand in the smoke and cry. You can wait for a new master to come and save you. Or you can realize that you never needed the castle in the first place. The fear you feel right now, that is not the fear of death. That is the vertigo of freedom. It is the dizziness of realizing that for the first time in your life, no one is coming to tell you what to do. You have to decide. This path is not for everyone. It is colder. It is harder. It requires discipline that the employed man does not need. But the air is cleaner, and the view is better. When you stop looking for a master, you find something much more valuable. You find your own voice. You stop asking, "Am I allowed to do this?" And you start asking, "Who is going to stop me?" So tell me, what is the one skill you have always wanted to learn? For example, coding, Japanese, public speaking, but you felt you didn't have permission or time to learn in your old life. Write it in the comments. Sharpen your sword.